Well, your lone wolf attitude is gonna change.
Kick her butt then! Kick her butt then! Kick her butt then!
Knock for while you can, monkey boy!
Listen!
Put him back on formaldehyde fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Radical Chill Pill. My name is Scott and I'm here to talk about everything movies. Today's movie is Lone Wolf McQuade. Lone Wolf McQuade was released in 1983, stars Chuck Norris as Ranger McQuade. David Carradine is the bad guy Raleigh, and this film follows a Texas Ranger who doesn't play by the rules as he investigates a band of arms smugglers. Woo! Quick note, if you find these videos humorous, helpful, or both, hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. The film starts off with Chuck Norris as McQuade observing the bad guy horse thieves from a distance, stalking them almost like a wolf. In the distance, he sees and hears a helicopter. Now, I don't know how a helicopter planned on sneaking into the bad guys without them hearing, but we find out it doesn't really matter. Good thing no bad guys are scanning the ridgelines for the law. And armor-piercing, incendiary bullets. Do these guys look like they're wearing body armor? The horse thieves have a little mini battle with the state troopers and they surround them, and now they're going to execute them. And I'm guessing somebody in the gang, at least somebody, had to be like, whoa! Stealing horses to killing multiple cops? That's a pretty big jump. I think we might need to vote on this move. Now, he's surrounded by like 20 bad guys. He kung fu moves these three, starts gunning down the ones on horses, then does a 360 rapid fire attack. Why doesn't anyone shoot at him during this? I can only assume that they are in awe or terror of seeing a Texas Ranger, because as we've already heard,
Ain't no one ever killed old Texas Ranger and lived to tell it.
we meet some bad Cubans who are working with Russians. Cubans, Russians, classic 1980s bad guys. But the real bad guy is Raleigh, played by David Carradine, and he immediately gets double-crossed, guns the Cubans down. He is one bad dude. Lone Wolf McQuade's new partner they assigned him, KO, goes to his house, which is a complete disaster zone, and where he meets his pet wolf. Of course he has a pet wolf. He pulls the gun out on his new partner. Why? Because he's fucking Lone Wolf McQuade, that's why. He does what he wants, he has a pet wolf. I smell exposition dump. McQuade goes to his ex-wife's house, meets his ex-wife, his daughter, and his daughter goes, "Hey mom, you gonna tell him the good news?" And she's like, Find out, she has accepted a new job in another state and they're moving in 2 weeks. You would think that somewhere along the line before he stopped by, they would have had a conversation like, "Hey, I haven't told your dad we're moving. Maybe don't say it the very first thing you say because we'll kind of like wait for an opportune time." Maybe. The very next conversation he has is his daughter going, "Hey, I want you to meet my new boyfriend." He's like, "Boyfriend? Oh, I'm Bobby. How you doing, Ranger? I heard you were a Marine. I heard you won a Silver Star. I want to date your daughter." And he's like, "Well, put her here. I guess you can date her. Like, you're all right. Now take your nose out of my butt." McQuade meets Lola, and they have an instant connection. Lola is Raleigh's business partner, and she's played by Barbara Carrera. Raleigh and McQuade meet, and of course, Raleigh has a karate with a C license plate. Now, I'm not sure if this is for car, as in like karate, or for Carradine, like karate with a C. Either way, I mean, it's as douchey as Raleigh's character is. First impressions are they hate each other, and a game of one-upsmanship begins. Raleigh challenges him to a fight. He declines, so they decide to lure him in by beating up his friend. Now, this is a state trooper they're beating down in front of hundreds of people. But Lone Wolf takes the bait, saves his friend. Here we go, face to face, mano a mano, it's time. Here we go! And, oh, come on! She breaks it up. Lola takes him away, and she's known him for exactly 4 minutes and said like 3 sentences to him, but she's already in love because he's Lone Wolf McQuade, baby! Sally McQuade and Bobby are on a date when he is gunned down by Raleigh men and her car's rammed over a cliff with her inside it. We find out that the army had a convoy that was hit and the weapons were taken. We also find out that Sally McQuade is the hottest, almost dead patient in the history of mankind. While he's investigating, we get to see the inner workings of his mind.
What were the contents of those trucks, Lieutenant?
Sir, I'm not at liberty to say.
Well, who is?
Colonel McNeil, sir.
Would you connect me, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you saw that right. He's drawing nipples on a newspaper picture of a Native American woman, and you can see he's already drawn beards and mustaches on the guys. We get to see him doing ranger work. I'm pretty sure that using your truck as a battering ram without a warrant negates anything you're about to find out. But they're there and they're looking for a criminal mastermind who has knowledge of everything nefarious that goes on. And who is it? This guy. This guy? This guy? I mean, come on. Which way did he go? There's a car chase and he tries to ram McQuade into a gas tanker. What could possibly go wrong? A regular cop would take him to jail, but this is Lone Wolf McQuade. And he's gonna chain him to a wagon wheel and shoot some machine guns at him to get a confession. And then we have the muddiest love scene of all time. Permission? Invitation? My name is Lone Wolf McQuade! Take this! And this! And this! Yeah! The bad guys are pretty pissed off of McQuade, so they decide to kill his friend, kill the witnesses, they try and kill Lone Wolf while he's in bed with his new lady friend, and they kill his fucking wolf! What? They find the secret base in the desert, sneak in with the FBI and the ATF. McQuade, he's all about that stealth game. But the feds, they're a little bit more direct.
Leroy Jenkins!
They kill the feds, capture Lone Wolf McQuade, decide to bury him alive. Raleigh steals his Ranger badge. Two things where Raleigh messed up. First, his truck is not a regular truck. It's a Lone Wolf McQuade super truck. Second, beer, it's like spinach to this guy. And we have seen him drinking a beer in almost every scene that he's been in the movie, and he has a couple beers in this truck. Best scene of the movie, hands down. Listen to the song.
You son of a bitch!
We find out that Raleigh has kidnapped his daughter and taken her to Mexico. He's kidnapped his daughter, buried his truck, killed his wolf. This dude sucks. Ranger McQuade gets the team together, heads to Mexico. He's getting his daughter back.
So now the wolf has a wolf pack.
Crossbow, check. 1,000 feet of rope, check. Rocket launchers, check. Red bandanas, double check. Is this the room in case there are female hostages? I mean, look at this chair and this vase. I mean, really? In a bad guy fortress? The battle begins. Rockets, grenades, crossbows, machine guns, revolvers. We get the 80s ultimate showdown of Carradine in a half-track versus Norris in a bulldozer that turns into a revolver versus an Uzi. Then that turns into a sweater versus a bandana. And it's an all-out martial arts masterpiece complete with the most badass organ playing you have ever heard. Warning, warning, warning. Do not watch this scene if you even had a sniff of a beer, because something is getting chopped, karate kicked, kung fu ripped, super whatever. I mean, I watched this movie and I was death punching my couch. My dogs thought I was crazy. You know, you're gonna break an end table, you're gonna do a dragon kick into a fan. I mean, be careful when you watch the scene. It is that amazing. It's an even match until the old dirt in the eye trick. Raleigh has him beat, and then he does the unthinkable. He punches Sally McQuade, and no one does that. McQuade freaks out. I mean, there's pure rage in his face, kicks the ever-living shit out of Raleigh, only for him to try and cheat and shoot him. Lola, his main squeeze, jumps in front of the bullets, saving his life. Her dying words are, "I love you." I feel like we only met 2 days ago, but then again, who the hell can resist Lone Wolf McQuade? Lone Wolf McQuade does a madman charge, blows the ever-living shit out of Raleigh with a hand grenade. What a movie! Favorite scene's gotta be the buried truck. He's pouring beers on his head. Ah! Turbocharged, supercharged. Fucking love this movie. It is now time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good. I'm gonna give it to 80s awesomeness. When was the last time you saw a chicken race with a bulldozer? Like I said, crossbows, rocket launchers, all this awesomeness. The other one would be McQuade's love of beer. 90% of his non-fighting scenes, he's drinking a beer. He's giving a beer to his boss. He's giving a beer to someone else. He's, pouring beers on his head. He's giving beers to his dog. He's getting mad because they don't have his type of beer. This dude straight up loves beer. And if you own beer stock before this movie came out, I guarantee after the movie, it probably went up 5-fold in value.
Damn it, don't time me now.
Give me a beer, kid.
The bad. I've seen this movie many times, and I never realized this. I'm giving the bad to binoculars. And you're probably going, huh? This movie has more binoculars when I was taking notes than any movie I have ever seen. Everyone, at some point, every single character, extras, main characters, the people playing the freaking orchestra, they all have at some point or have binoculars. It's insane how much. Look over there. I mean, there could be like a crossing guard and they're whipping out binoculars. It's insane. The other would be Snow's glasses. These things are the thickest glasses I've ever seen. And to be quite honest, I don't know that they're strong enough. He's squinting half the time with his glasses this thick. I mean, it's ridiculous. Last but not least, everyone's favorite category, the ugly. And there is only one big ugly in this one, and that is, well, he's introduced as an ATF agent. He later has a megaphone and says he's with the FBI, so I don't know what to say he is, but Burnside's attack sucks. And we've already seen it, but it is the big ugly of this movie. The Lewis from Men at Work Best Performance Award, and this is actually going to be a tie. This goes to McQuade's truck, his super turbocharged, supercharged truck. And it's also going to go to the theme song, which just like Remo Williams, there's 17 different variations. Just when you think they can't pick out a new instrument, they do. And every single time you get chills up and down your spine and you want to go, like I said, karate chop a coffee table. This thing's amazing. You hear it 600 times throughout the movie and it's fantastic. Instantly recognizable. Random facts. Chuck Norris was initially against the role as his character is dirty, breaks the rules, drinks 1,000,000 beers, but this role actually got him the edge he needed for his future films. After this, he did Delta Force, Invasion USA, Missing in Action, all those other movies. And another thing which I didn't realize is before this, he never had a full beard, which kind of became his go-to look for the next, decade. Well, that's it for this one. I have a ton of movies coming up you're definitely going to want to check out. My name's Scott, and until next time, have a good one.